Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, as you can probably tell by the title, is going to be a full face testing new makeup. I'm super excited because I feel like recently I've just been receiving so much PR, like a bunch of new launches. Maybe because it's like smack bang in the middle of the year, I feel like a lot of brands are coming out with new products with like end of financial year and stuff. I'm not really sure how it works, but I just feel like I've received a lot of new PR lately, so I'm excited to try this all out. I actually asked you guys on Instagram because the one main product that I really wanted to try out was the new Benefit Foundation. So I asked you guys on Instagram, if you're not following me, at Erin's Got Beauty, come join the fam. But yeah, I asked you guys to see if you wanted like a full dedicated wear test video on this foundation or whether you just wanted me to put it into like a full face testing new makeup. And you guys wanted a full face, so that is what I'm here to do today. I actually have an eyelash appointment later this afternoon, so I'm gonna keep it quite natural just because I don't want to do like full heavy glam and then have to try and take all of that off. The products that I've chosen are all products to try and keep it as natural. Why is there a fly? That was weird. Yeah, I've chosen products to try and keep it as natural as possible, so we'll see how we go. I always say that at the beginning, I'm like, I'm gonna do natural makeup, and then at the end it ends up being like full coverage, heavy glam, so we'll see. Let's get started. All right, so I thought I would start off, is my camera wonky? I feel like my camera's wonky. You can see one handle and not the other. That means it's wonky. Let me fix it up. I feel like that's a little bit better. Yeah. That is better. I usually have Mel here helping me out with like my camera setup. She like kind of sets it up, puts it all in place for me before I start filming. She's not here today, so that's why it was wonky. Wow. Goes to show what two people can do. Like one extra brain in the room makes such a difference. Anyways, I'm going to start off with this Smashbox Crystallized Photo Finish Aura Shield Primer Water. This whole crystallized range has me really intrigued. So it says, this scented primer water is inspired by the negativity releasing energy of smoky quartz. Use it to hydrate skin, prep for makeup, and refresh your makeup and aura. To use. This is where I find it really interesting. So I'm not like very educated in the world of crystals or anything like that. Like I haven't really done any research into it. I feel like it's becoming quite trendy, if that's the right word. Like a lot of people seem to be talking about crystals lately. But it says on the box, to use before makeup, mist on with intention. Spray and say, I am grounded. Now, look, I don't know. I don't know about this, but I'm going to try it out because my skin is dry AF right now. Winter is doing its damage on my skin, that is for sure. So it needs all of the hydration that it can get. And this sounds like it's going to hydrate my skin for makeup application. So we'll give it a go, and I'm going to spray it with intention and say, I am grounded, and we'll see what kind of magic happens. All right. When do I say I am grounded? When I spray, before I spray, after I spray? It says spray and say I'm grounded. So like, all right, okay. I am grounded. Feels really refreshing. I feel like this is probably the same kind of formula as the previous Smashbox Photo Finish. I'm not too sure. Smells really nice. I feel very calm. I feel very hydrated. So far, so good. All right, so next up I'm gonna go in with the Nude by Nature Airbrush Mineral Primer. I actually received this package yesterday, so I feel like this one is very new. And it was lucky because I didn't actually have any other new primers to try out. So it's kind of perfect that this arrived just in time for this video. All right. It's just like a normal kind of cream formula. Oh my gosh, it's so cold. My house is a double brick house, and in summer it gets really warm in here just because like double brick holds in all of the heat, and then it's the opposite in winter. It's like a freaking cave in here. It's so cold. I feel like all of like my products and stuff are just sitting here really cold, and I put them on my face and they feel really refreshing, which is kind of nice, but at the same time it's a bit of a shock to the system. This is going very tacky. Wow. Soaked in very fast, and I feel like it has actually filled in my pores a little bit as well. But my skin looks quite good. Like it looks very hydrated, and kind of, I mean, I know I've got breakouts everywhere, but it looks kind of refreshed and looks like it's just brightened up a bit, which is really cool. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with the Benefit Foundation. I've heard really, really good things about this. So this is the Hello Happy Flawless Brightening Foundation, and it says here that it is a medium coverage liquid foundation with SPF 15+. That is awesome. Happiness is a brighter, hydrated, flawless looking complexion. It's got photochromic pigments, instantly adapt to brighten skin in any lighting. Flower acids help boost radiance. Hyaluronic acid helps keep skin hydrated. Interesting. I'm excited. I've heard good things about it, and from what I've seen like of other people wearing it, it does look very, very bright and fresh on their skin. So I'm super excited. The packaging's so cute as well. I love the little happy face, and I feel like the actual quality of the packaging compared to their last foundation that they came out with is a lot better. Just seems a lot more like, I don't know, like it's a proper glass bottle, cute little cap, pump. I really, really like it. So they sent me 3 shades. I think I'm going to go in with shade 3 today just because I don't have any fake tan on and my neck is quite pale at the moment. And it also came with the new Benefit Hello Happy Blender Sponge. So I'll use this as well just to give them both a try at the same time. I might just quickly run into my bathroom and wet this. Okay, this expanded like crazy. It reminds me a bit of the Real Techniques sponge, which I haven't used in a while, but it just looks and feels quite similar to that. All right, I've just done 3 pumps. This color actually looks like it's gonna be perfect. This will be interesting to see the coverage because I've got quite a few breakouts on my face at the moment. Aunt Flo's due next week, and I always get really bad skin the week before, so lucky me. Now, fun fact, I actually didn't love the last Benefit foundation. I tried it a couple of times and was not a huge fan of it. But I'm excited to try this one out. This sponge is interesting. I feel like it's sticking to my face. I don't know if it's the foundation or like the actual sponge, but every time I bounce it on my face, it just kind of feels really tacky and like it's sticking. Maybe it's that primer actually. How weird. This is a good color. Wow. I'm impressed with that color. And the coverage too. It has completely neutralized all of the redness that was on my skin from those breakouts. Like you can still see a bit of darkness, but the red has completely gone. Wow. Do you know the other thing that I hate about winter is how runny my nose is constantly. Like I haven't been sick, touch wood, fingers crossed, I do not get sick this year. I'm constantly like sniffling because of the cold air. I feel like it just makes my nose really runny. So I feel like I'm constantly like going around like this so that I don't get snot all over. That's so gross, but I don't know, it's the reality of it. Is that too much information? Too late. Can you hear this sponge? Like it's really firm. It's very interesting. I don't know if I'm just so used to using my beauty blender and they're so like soft and bouncy, but this just feels really quite dense on my skin. All right, let's have a look up close and see. Okay, this is interesting. I feel like it's oxidized slightly, which I'm not sure is showing up on camera, but it's like 1 shade too dark on my skin now compared to my neck. Like the tiniest bit though, really not that big of a deal at all. The actual foundation though, it looks really, really nice on my skin, like around the clearer areas of my skin where I don't have any breakouts. It's sitting really, really nicely and it actually looks very bright and radiant. You can see, I'm not sure if it's picking up on camera, but as I move my face around in the light, you can see the radiance in my skin, which is really cool. It feels really nice on my skin too. Like it feels really lightweight, not heavy, like not cakey at all. It is definitely medium coverage because it's neutralized my breakouts around here really, really well. It's gotten rid of a lot of the redness that was there. There's still a little bit on my forehead, but I might try and build up the coverage a little bit and see how I go with that. But like, it's not supposed to be a full coverage foundation, so that's fine. You can expect to see little breakouts popping through still. So that was about 3.5 pumps all over my face. I'm gonna just do like another half pump and just see if I can build up the coverage on my forehead a little bit. I feel like it did a little bit, but still like The breakouts are still coming through. Not a fan of the sponge though. It's a bit weird. All right, so for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Josie Maran Vibrancy Argan Oil Full Coverage Concealer Fluid. I've never used anything from Josie Maran other than like, I think it was like an oil type thing, like a body oil maybe. I could be completely wrong, but I've heard really, really good things about this brand, and the whole argan oil concealer, full coverage, all of that just like sounds really good to me. I struggle with like really bad creasing under my eyes, so anything that's kind of hydrating and full coverage at the same time speaks to me. So I've got two shades here. I've got Fair and Light. It looks like Fair is the lightest shade. It is like very, very fair. So I think I might go in with Fair under my eyes just to highlight a little bit, and then possibly conceal some of those breakouts on my face with the light shade if it's going to be dark enough. All right, that is quite light. Let's just start off with that. I feel like this could possibly be too much that I've just applied. That blended out really easily. And it is a very light color, but I think I can get away with it at the moment because I am quite pale. The coverage is pretty decent. Like you can still see a little bit of darkness around here, but honestly, I struggle to find any concealer that will cover that darkness. And it feels very lightweight and hydrating under my eyes as well. I'm getting a little bit of creasing on my forehead from the foundation. My Botox is starting to wear off, which means I'm getting my forehead movement back, which also means creasing. Very annoying. I need to get my Botox redone. I am going to take a little bit of the light shade and use that in the center of my forehead to try and highlight a little bit and just conceal some more of those breakouts. I think it'll still be a little bit too light for my face as like a normal concealer. All right, that's done a pretty good job. They're still popping through. Honestly, I feel like nothing is gonna be able to hide this one right in the center of my forehead, so it's fine. We're just gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I have a pimple monobrow today. All right, so I've got these new Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm Beauty Light ones. This is one of the highlighter ones. I also got some blush ones, but I've kept them in my drawer for today just because there's another blush that I wanna try out. But I'm gonna use the highlighting wand instead. Hopefully it's going to suit my pale skin at the moment. I honestly don't know what to expect. Ah, it's got like a little cushion applicator at the end of the wand, and you twist it. It says like off on. You twist it to turn it on, I guess, and then squeeze it, and I guess the product will start to come out. There it is. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm just gonna dab it on the back of my hand. This is quite gold. Oh, I don't know if this is gonna suit me at the moment. Let's give it a whirl anyway. I mean, I feel like we can make this work. I'm not really sure how you are supposed to apply it. Like, am I supposed to just like dab it on with the cushion applicator and then blend it in with something else, or I'm not really sure. Oh, that's actually quite nice. I thought this gold wasn't going to work with my pale ass skin at the moment, but that actually looks really pretty. I'm confused about the application process of this, so I'm just gonna stick to applying it with my finger. It's very natural. When I first pumped it out, I thought it was going to be quite like full on, but now that I've blended it out, it does look very, very natural. I want to get my hands on the champagne-y one now because I feel like I would use that even more than this gold one. I just tend to like reach for those kind of highlight shades more. That is really, really pretty though. All right, so for setting powder, I was going to use the new Benefit Hello Happy Velvet Powder Foundation, but they sent me a couple of like weird shades. So they sent me shades 3, 4, and 5 in the brightening foundation, but then they sent me 2 and 6 in the powder foundation. So I'm not too sure, like that would be way too dark for me at the moment. That is shade 6. Surprisingly not as dark as I thought it was gonna be, but then shade 2 is like kind of too light. I guess I could use this on the center of my face and under my eyes. Maybe I'll do that because then I still get to try it out on camera for you guys. Then I might just have to use another powder to set the rest of my face because yeah, I don't have any other new powders at the moment. It's actually a really, really good shade for setting my under eyes. It's kind of yellow toned, so I feel like it's going to be a bit brightening under here as well. Wow, okay. Can you guys see the difference? It's like very subtle, but you can see that it's added a little bit more coverage to this side versus that side now. It looks quite soft under there as well. Like it doesn't look cakey or dry or anything. So it is supposed to be a velvet finish and I feel like it pretty much is. So that's nice. Okay, it's starting to look a little bit more dry. I feel like as it's soaking into my under eye area, it is starting to look a little bit drier. It's not terrible. And honestly, this powder probably isn't made for the under eye area, so that's fine. I get creasing no matter what under my eyes, so I feel like maybe that powder is like accentuating the creases a little bit as it kind of soaks into my skin, but on camera it still looks really good, which is weird. All right, foundation is still looking really, really good. I really love the finish of it. I can't wait to have clear skin one day, guys. I feel like all foundation is going to look 10 times better on me when I finally have clear skin. All right, so for my contour, I'm going to go in with these tiny shade and light palettes from Kat Von D. This is a new launch. I received these in the mail the other day, but I feel like this is what I need to check. I wanted to see whether they are the exact same shades in like the big shade and light palette or whether they've come out with new shades. I feel like they might be the same shades. So I've got Lyric and Shadow Play. Yep, they're the same shades. And then Lucid and Sombre. So I'm guessing that they've come out with the little palettes for like more of a convenience thing, because like I know myself with that massive shade and light palette, there's only a couple of shades that I actually use. So it's pretty smart, and these would be even better for traveling as well because they're so tiny. So yeah, I mean, I've used these before, I guess, but let's just go in with them anyway because they are still kind of new. The packaging is actually really, really cool. The shade and light writing on there is like 3D. It's very, very cool. So these are the two palettes here. This contour shade here is Shadow Play, and then this one is Sombre. This one's more warm and this one's more cool. I think I might use Sombre today just because I am pretty pasty and I just want to do like a light contour, nothing crazy. Damn, I forget how pigmented these are. Holy moly. Oh my god, what have I just done? I'm going in with my big fluffy brush to try and blend that in. It's fine. We're gonna make it work. We are gonna make it work. I am literally touching my face with the lightest hand. These powders are just crazy. At least we've got a bit more color back in our skin now. I feel like these breakouts are slowly popping through more and more the longer these products sit on my skin. Is that weird? Is that normal? I'm a bit confused by that. All right, so I've got these two Glowgasm face palettes by Charlotte Tilbury that I'm gonna try out as well. They say that they are skin and eye palettes, which I think is really, really cool. I think they are mostly highlighting shades. Whoa, okay. So we've got that palette there. Oh, they're so pretty. I think this one's definitely my favorite one. This is the Light Gasm palette. The other one's called Love Gasm. I feel like the shades are just a little bit too dark for my complexion, especially at the moment. So I'm gonna stick with the Light Gasm palette, and I'm gonna try out all of these powders. So I'm gonna start off with the bronzing shade first and just apply a little bit of that onto my cheeks. I'm also very obsessed with this packaging. Like, how pretty is that? I feel like this could be a bit too dark, so I'm just gonna go in really lightly. This palette kind of reminds me of the Becca BFF Chloe and Malika palette. Like, all of the powders are very luminous and they're designed to give you a bit of a glowy complexion, which I absolutely love. I really like that Becca palette. It's actually not as heavy as I thought it would be. Like, I've just gone in with a really light hand, but it's actually very natural. It's a really, really beautiful powder. Now for a bit of blush, I'm going to go in with probably a mixture of these two here. Again, I'm going to go in really lightly because I don't want to look like a disco ball. And I feel like this could potentially look very shiny. I really want to just try them out. I'm so intrigued by these. I feel like when I put my brush into these palettes, nothing's happening. But like, I'm sure it is. Yeah, see? There we go. It is. That is so pretty. These shades, they look like they would be really pigmented, but they're not. They're actually a lot more natural than you would think. Like, on the skin, they're just really, really natural and luminous. And like, I've just tapped my brush into those so heavily and they are barely budging at all. That's why I was like confused about whether I was getting any product, but I am, because it's coming off onto my face. All right, now I'm going to test out the, now I'm going to test out the highlighter shade. Definitely saw more of that come off on my brush. Oh, that is stunning. Wow. They're all really, really soft powders. So like they don't feel powdery or dry when you apply them to your face. They actually kind of feel kind of velvety. They're really, really nice. And very easy to blend as well. All right, so the next product that I'm gonna try, I'm actually very excited about. You guys would have seen like all of the Instagram trends with soap brows and stuff like that. So Iconic London have just come out with a brow silk kit, which is supposed to be like their version of the soap brow, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I nearly dropped it. I've seen a couple of other people testing this out on Instagram and it looks very, very interesting. Ugh, oh my god, why am I so fumbly today? Okay, well that's a little bit of a waste of packaging, but that's okay. So for those of you that haven't seen it, the soap brow trend is where people have been getting like a bar of soap and using it as like a brow wax almost, and it's supposed to create like a really full bushy look in your brows, which is something I've never been able to kind of achieve with my brows, just because my hairs are very like, they're very stubborn. They grow a certain way and they do not budge. And I've got kind of like sparse brows towards my tail. I've had them microbladed for that reason, just because like I've never had great brows. So I'm excited to try this and see if I can get any kind of bushiness in my brows whatsoever. So it comes with this gold little kind of like, it looks like a toothbrush honestly, but designed for your brows, I guess. And then we've also got this like waxy brow silk. So it says use wet or dry, brush brow groomer into formula and apply directly to brows to style. So maybe I should put on a little bit of brow pencil to start off with, just to get a little bit of color into my brows, and then I'll be back. All right, so just filled in my brows a little bit with Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit. And now I'm gonna try out the brow kit. So the instructions said wet or dry. So I'm just gonna use it dry. And yeah, it just says brush brow groomer into formula. Ooh. Very silky. I kind of have to push down, I feel like, to pick up any of the product. Otherwise it just slides straight over the top. I don't know how much to pick up either. This is so new to me. Okay, and then just apply directly to brows to style. Why am I so nervous to do this? Wow. I feel like the brush is really big for my tiny brows. Has that done anything? I mean, it's definitely made them look a bit more textured, if anything, like a bit messier. It's definitely worked. I just feel like I can't get the same results as other people because my brows are so stubborn. I can't really work out what's happening. I feel like it's taking off a lot of the pencil that I just applied. Like I can see a lot of product on the tip of the brush now. And I think once I put it back in here, it's gonna be brown. We'll see. Yeah. I don't know if you can see, but a little bit of the brow pencil has obviously come off onto the brush. Maybe, am I supposed to use this before I apply pencil? Am I doing this all wrong? Probably. Look, I feel a bit Gumby with this big brush. Like I feel like it's just too big for my little brows. Ooh, look at that one. I mean, it's definitely doing something, but I just feel like I don't have the right kind of brows for this product. That's as bushy as they're ever gonna get. And I can kind of still achieve this look with like a normal brow gel. I want like bushy Steph Claire Smith brows. You know what I mean? Like I want them to be full and bushy, but I'm just never going to have that. And that's fine. All right, well now we're gonna move on to eyes and leave the brows behind. So I have a few different eye products in my little box here. I really have no idea what I'm planning to do. I really like this color. This is one of the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize Cream to Powder, I think it is. But then I also have the crystallized Always On liquid eyeshadow from Smashbox as well. So I kind of want to use a bit of a mixture of everything. I don't have any like matte shadows, so I think I'm just going to go in with one of the Shade and Light palettes and just use one of the contour shades through my crease. And then, yeah, we'll just have a play around with some eyeshadows. Honestly, I'm not really trying to create like a look out of this. I just want to play around with this makeup and see what I like and what I don't like. I'm gonna have to wash it off straight after this video anyway, which is sad, but that's the reality of being a YouTuber. So I'm just gonna take the Shadow Play contour shade from this Kat Von D little palette. Oh, I just realized that my lids have creased, even though I set them down with that Benefit powder. So have my under eyes. Wow. They've creased really badly. Alright, note to self, never use the Benefit powder foundation under your eyes or in your eye area. Does not work. I need to go in with something more heavy duty. Well, I feel like that's still not that great, but we're just gonna go with it. All right, we've got a little bit of color in the crease now. So what I'm gonna do is go in with the Star Gold Eyes to Mesmerize eyeshadow pot from Charlotte Tilbury. And I'm literally just gonna dip my finger in and then place it on my eyelid. Oh my goodness, look at that. These are so pretty. I think I've tried another shade of this once before. It was more of like a champagne-y color and I was obsessed with that. But this one's more of like a bronzy shade, which is really nice. Oh, they're so pretty. And they're so easy to just like chuck on your lid. Like you could literally just chuck this and the bronzer on in the crease and you're good to go. They're such easy products to use. All right, I think I'm gonna dip into this little eyeshadow quad as well. This is the Dreamgasm eyeshadow palette from Charlotte Tilbury. And it's just got like a nice little mix of colors in here. So I think I'm gonna go in, oh my God. Whew. That just scared the crap out of me. So I think I'm gonna take a little bit of the gold shade just on my finger again. We're going real lazy today. We're just like playing around with our fingers. I'm just gonna pack that onto my lid over the top just to layer a little bit of gold. Oh, that's really nice as well. Wow, these are so pretty. They look really, really nice layered on top of each other. And then I think I'm just gonna take a little bit of this shade here. I'm just gonna pat it onto my inner corner. Whoa! That was the tiniest amount of product. Just like, wow. That's so pretty. Guys, these shadows are insane. You need like the tiniest amount and just patting my finger on there, they apply so nicely. Wow. I mean, this whole look isn't ideal. It's not fantastic, but like I said, I'm just playing around. But I can't get over how nice these products are to work with. Like they're just so quick and easy. I just love them. I still want to try out the crystallized Always On liquid eyeshadow from Smashbox. So I think I'm just gonna like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it. Just layer it somewhere. This is the packaging here. So it says to use, apply directly to eyelid and blend with finger or brush. 12-hour wear that won't crease, flake, or smudge. One swipe color sets to an even, lightweight finish. I feel like I'm not getting that much product on the brush though. That's a little bit weird. It's definitely got a lot of glitter in it rather than like color pigment. I feel like a lot of what I'm seeing coming off the brush is glitter, which is probably why I felt like I wasn't actually picking up any product. I think I was expecting it to be more of like a cream color product, which is fine. It actually looks really pretty blended in over the top of those other colors. Like that's an absolute fluke, but it is quite pretty. All right, so like I said, I'm keeping it pretty natural today just because of my appointment after this. So I'm not going to do anything else to my eyes. I'm just going to go straight in with mascara. And I'm going to try out the Too Faced Damn Girl mascara, which I actually haven't heard that much about, if I'm being honest. Ooh, the brush is quite a lot bigger than what I was expecting. Quite solid and fluffy. Oh, weird, but it doesn't distribute a lot of product. I was expecting it to apply the product quite heavily just because it's so big and bulky, but it actually applies like a really light amount of the product. It's not clumpy at all. It's actually quite nice. I'm not often blown away by mascara, but this, like, straight off the bat is looking really, really nice on my lashes. It's added like the perfect amount of product where it doesn't look clumpy or over the top. It's very natural. It's separated my lashes really well. It is a little bit hard to get into the inner corner just because the brush is so bulky. It's also a little bit difficult with lower lashes as well. But again, it adds like the perfect amount of product, which is so nice. All right, and to finish off the makeup look, I'm gonna go in with this Laura Mercier Rouge Essential Silky Cream Lipstick in the shade Nude. I got this recently in a PR package from Mecca. I don't know how new these are or if they're just new to Mecca, because I know that Laura Mercier itself is like a new brand to Mecca anyway. But I've only ever tried one other Laura Mercier lipstick. It was a different formula to this one, but it was so nice. So I'm excited to try this one out. The color's really pretty as well. It's very silky and moisturizing. Okay, so I feel like it doesn't really go with the eyes at all, but that's fine. Let's like get past that. The lipstick itself is beautiful. It's very creamy, very hydrating on the lips. It's not like super opaque, but I like that. I feel like it, like you probably could keep building it up if you wanted the color to be a little bit stronger, but I actually really, really like how it looks. It's a really pretty color as well. And I haven't used a lip liner at all. The design of the actual lipstick, like with that little pointed edge, made it really easy to be very precise around the lip line. So like application was super easy. I really, really like that. Okay, so that is the end of the video. I'm just gonna have like one last little look at everything. I'm honestly like pretty happy. I really, really like that Benefit foundation. It's sitting really, really nicely on my skin. The Benefit powder foundation, on the other hand, looks terrible under my eyes. Like it has not done very well under there at all. It's probably not designed to be worn under the eyes, but I don't know, like it's creased and it looks really dry and cakey. So I do wonder how it would go on like your face for normal wear. All of the eye products I'm really happy with. They were all like really, really lovely to use. These little cream eyeshadow pots from Charlotte Tilbury are amazing. I feel like they would last you forever as well. So if you're wanting to splurge on some Charlotte Tilbury stuff, highly recommend those. I don't know, I'm pretty happy with how this makeup looks. I feel like my skin looks really radiant and glowy. Those Charlotte Tilbury, you can tell it's the end of the video. Those Charlotte Tilbury powders, the like palette, so nice. They look so beautiful on my skin. Like look how glowy and radiant my skin looks. I'm obsessed. Anyways, that is it for this video. I feel like this is gonna end up being a very long video. My full face testing new makeup videos always end up being really, really long. So if you've made it to the end of this video, then you are amazing. Please give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new. I would love for you to become a part of the family. Don't forget to turn on post notifications so that you never miss one of my videos. But yeah, that is it from me for now. I'm pretty much just gonna go straight into the bathroom and wash this off and head to my appointment. So thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye guys.